tonight we are starting off at night, and that is because we are putting sport mode on my 2022 Badlands. Obviously here we do not have it normal eco slippery, mud ruts, sand, baja, and rock crawl. So right now we are headed over to my buddy's house because he has FORScan, and you need that tool in order to put sport mode on the Bronco. The process is relatively easy. You're just changing one digit within the modules. So without further ado, I'll see you guys there to explain the process. Okay, here's the master mechanic over here.
You know it.
So we have our FORScan module down here. Pretty self-explanatory. Plug it in to OBD2 right there, and then plug her into the laptop. You do need a software to use FORScan, so that's why we got master mechanic over here.
I got everything.
All right, so what's gonna happen here is that we're gonna go into the ABS module and we're gonna change one digit. We're gonna try and save current configurations at the moment. Yeah, it's relatively low risk right here. All right, so we're going to medium speed.
Medium speed can, yes.
Just following the instructions here, just getting connected to FORScan. Now FORScan is searching for modules. ABS is the one we need right there. So many modules.
The newer they get, the more they get.
Yeah. Good thing I didn't get the Lux package. We'd be here all night.
File for this vehicle, yes.
All right, we're gonna save profile here. JH Bronco.
Bronco.
There we go.
2022. Now let's go to modules.
ABS.
It's as-built format though.
Back to high speed. All right, just got into the ABS module. Now we're saving all those. Saved our configuration. The row we need is 760-04-03. We're gonna go to this third column here, and the 9 needs to be changed into a B as in boy. Some of the other videos talk about changing other characters, but this digit right here is the important one. So AB1D, there's another guy I saw making a video, his was AB1F, but we're just gonna go ahead and change that to B. Now that we got that digit changed to a B, AB1D, we're gonna go ahead and click right. Continue.
Go for B. Right. Yes.
There we go. So we had to update FORScan to version 2.3.47, and as you saw, it just asked us to cycle on and off the ignition. And moment of truth. Hey, I see it. Let's go. Heck yeah. Sick. So it puts it into 4A. It's got a nice red color to it. Pretty nice, pretty nice. You got all 8 goat modes now on the Bronco. There we go. Dude, is that a lava rock volcano or something? Just a meteor. All right, here. So now that we got sport mode installed, we're gonna go ahead and hook up FORScan again so we can see if we can monitor map pressure. All right, all set up here. Got some parameters to monitor. All right, so we are at normal at the moment.
We're pushing 30 pounds.
30 pounds of manifold pressure.
Yeah, you barely broke 30, but it was hanging around high 29.
Get on it here again, watch the boost on the gauge.
Yeah.
Hit a peak of about 18.
It peaked at about 32, but if you take into account atmospheric, yeah, you're about 18 positive.
Let's go into sport mode now.
15, yeah. 14.7.
All right.
Oh yeah, you're hanging on that low 30s, the constant.
So, yeah, I saw that boost. Actually, it holds boost better up top. We went from 18 to about 14, and then on this one, it held right around 15, 16.
A
Very
lot
nice.
more lower end response.
Yeah, a lot of low end and then throttle response. Yeah, so we're holding at like 16. Do need to test it off the launch, but there's something funny that you can do in this parking lot.
Never gets old.
Catching air in a school parking lot, eh?
Feels like I'm 17 again.
All right, let's go ahead and check out throttle response from the get-go here. So, of course, we still got that torque management, but feels like the power comes in a little bit sooner. A little bit more torque. Well, guys, I can safely say there goes my gas mileage. All right, data analytics. According to the man here,
It's looking like right around 35, between 3,500 and 4,000 RPM, you get about a 3-pound boost increase.
sick. Do you think they change ignition timing or anything too?
It looks like they advanced it about 3 to 4 more degrees, because I didn't look at it too closely on the other, but I remember that was lower. But somewhere between 5 to 7.
So sport mode is more than just throttle response. A little bit more boost, holds boost longer, and helps with the drop off and boost. And then it appears a little bit more spark advance, ignition timing, and boost comes on earlier with a little bit more boost at a lower RPM.
The black vet would love this.
Oh yeah. So now that we've had sport mode on for a few days now, I'll go ahead and give some quick impressions and a small review. So when you put it into sport mode, it automatically defaults to 4 auto all-wheel drive system. I usually don't like running that on the street. You can. I ran it in my dad's F-150 pretty much whenever we drove it on the road. But the Bronco gets pretty good traction into high, especially with the torque management system and the lower gears, so I don't really find it necessary. In 4A or 4 auto, there is a little bit of torque steer when you take off the line aggressively. And then the other thing, auto start stop turns off once you go into sport mode. I don't mind the feature. It's worked pretty well so far. As you can see, vehicle shuts off and you lift your foot off the brake just slightly and it starts back up. It's actually kind of nice coming from a Gen 1 Raptor that's absolutely sucks gas. But driving impressions, like we talked about when we added sport mode and did some minor data logging of sorts with FORScan, the boost does come on a little bit earlier. I believe it was around 500 RPM earlier, and a few more pounds of boost, it appears. Yeah, basically the vehicle is dumping in more fuel to get a little bit better throttle response, a little bit more ignition timing. Of course, the vehicle shift points are higher, likes to hold out gears longer. When you're cruising along at say 40 or so miles an hour in normal mode, you can shift all the way to 10th gear, but in sport mode you can't shift to 10th until about 50-ish. Get a little bit of a boosted launch here. As you can see, it holds the gears, so that way if you get off the gas and want to get going again, you don't have to downshift. And so it's just a lot more at the ready in sport mode. Now, will sport mode actually affect hard numbers or performance? We'll have to test that out with the Draggy. But one thing I will say, with sport mode. It isn't a mode that I would be driving around in all the time like I did in my dad's F-150. Basically what I'm trying to get at here is with this sport mode calibration on the Bronco, it's a little bit more aggressive than the sport modes prior, so you will be cruising around at a higher RPM, and it almost feels like you're a 16-year-old again driving a manual for the first time. And in today's day and age, fuel mileage is something that you kind of want to preserve now that we're running on gold now at $6 a gallon. But coming off the line there, traction control even kicks in going around the corners, which was very difficult to do in normal mode. But I think that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed the quick one today, putting sport mode on the Badlands, or really just unlocking all the GOAT modes on the 2022 Bronco. Hope you found it useful. If you did, be sure to drop a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe if you are not already, so that way you can keep up with the content on the channel. But with all that being said, join the club, and I'll see you in the next one.